Hey, what's up my fellow Joes? This is your pal, Wood Reviews here. Welcome back to another video. Today, it is my 800th video. I cannot believe that. Ever since the beginning of Wood Reviews, my first ever video with, me introducing you guys to this channel till now, it is ridiculous how many videos I made from, gaming stuff to reviews, unboxing, series stuff, anything in between. And I cannot thank you guys enough for letting me stay on this channel for so many years and 800 videos. Oh my god, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So, to celebrate the 800th video on this channel today, I think it's time, and finally time, to talk about one of my favourite on-rail shooter series out there. Ugh. Time Crisis. Let's go.
There! Shoot him! Action! Halt! Action! Fire! Action! Action! Giorgio, Evan, can you hear me? We're surrounded! Don't any of you die on me! Can you hear me? What's your status? We dropped down right on top of Hotel Diamante. We're engaged in battle. Reload. Hold them back. Fire! Move forward.
I'll provide air support.
Action!
Birds convert in considerable numbers. Let's wrap this up fast. Bulletproof shields.
You're probably wondering, why do I want to talk about the Time Crisis series? Well, Time Crisis was my very first game that I played in the arcade on-rail shooters. I have played driving games and fighting games here and there, things like Tekken and Sega Rally Championships and other racing games here and there. But on-rail shooters, the first Time Crisis, I played that so much as a kid. I remember the first time, picking up a gun, in any situation in the arcades. I remember seeing it for the first time. Me and my parents, me and my family actually went to an arcade, and I was literally walking around, looking so amazing with all these arcade games, and one caught my eye, which was Time Crisis. And I said to my dad saying, "Oh my god, look at that, that looks so cool." And he decided to play a game of Time Crisis where he holds me, and I got the gun in my hand, and I started shooting, and he's literally using the pedals. I'll explain all that in a moment. But, here's the thing. Ever since that moment as a kid, I just adore the Time Crisis series. And, I get to finally talk about these games and some of my memories playing these games. So, without further ado guys, let's begin. Right, let's begin with the first game of the series, which is Time Crisis. Time Crisis came out in the arcades in 1995, and I think a year or two later on the PS1. And here is something I've got to admit, I have never finished any of the Time Crisis games in the arcades. I got close to one, and I will explain pretty soon. However, when I first played this in the arcades, I was so ecstatic, and I said to myself, I cannot wait to play, the rest of the Time Crisis series here and there, and I love it a bit. Now, the first game was the stopping grounds of the series, because it's basically a cover shooter, where in the arcade you have a pedal. Basically, when you press the pedal, you go up, and you let go of the pedal, you go down. On the PS2, it's a button press. And there's some things here and there, and I'll explain in a second. Now, in the arcades, there are 3 stages. The game takes about 20-30 minutes to complete, which is, most of the games are quite 20-30 minutes to complete. That is something to be honest with. but honestly, it is so much fun. You know, putting in like £1 in the arcades and you get a couple of credits in, it's just so good. Now, the level designs in Time Crisis were just awesome. The enemy types are great. The only little complaint with the first Time Crisis is the red enemies. You don't know when they're going to shoot their red shot at you. Basically, you think to yourself, oh, wait, where am I going to go? But honestly, if you time it perfectly, you can get it right. Now, Time Crisis came to the scene on the PS1, and here's the thing: it came to all PlayStation formats, which is insane. It has never came to a Xbox or Nintendo system, which is incredible. However, when it came to the PS1 port, they must have something included with it so you can play, you know, the actual arcade experience at home, and that's where the G-Con 45 came to. Now, the G-Con 45, I have it somewhere in the loft. I also have the G-Con 2. Those two guns were my favourites, but the G-Con 45 will always be my favourite. I will show you guys some screenshots right now. When the original Time Crisis game got ported to the PS1, the guys from Namco had actually realised that, you know, the arcade port will get boring from time to time. So they added a special mode exclusive to the PS1 port. And I'm going to be honest, it's not that bad. There's a lot of options you can go through, there's a lot of pathways you can go to, a lot of replay value. I have never finished special mode and I really should, but yeah, that's the only problem. That I like this game, but I can't, you know, say anything about special mode. It's not bad, I like it, but it's just I prefer the arcade mode. Soundtrack in Time Crisis 1 it's just amazing. Like, each stage, it has something incredible to it. The bosses soundtracks are fantastic. The end of stage 3 boss, oh my god, I absolutely enjoy it. It was like one of my favourite soundtracks out there for the first Time Crisis, and it's still an incredible soundtrack today. You can look it up on YouTube, it is incredible. And yeah, if I had to score the original Time Crisis, right now, I think to this day, it holds up a little bit good, but still, there's some things in there that still doesn't hold up there. But I probably will give this game an 8. A good game to start the series, and I love this game a lot. In 2001, the PS1 is about to die. The PS2 is about to risen. I love the PS2 so much. It is a great system there. However, Namco wants something that PS1 people can get just to enjoy themselves for one last time in that system. And that's where we got Time Crisis Project Titan. Time Crisis Project Titan. This was a PlayStation 1 exclusive. Never comes out to the arcades whatsoever. And this game's not that bad for a Time Crisis game. And also this game here and one more game is the only games I have never finished. Like, finished from start to finish. Like, I got to stage 3 and I died every time on one boss. And I'll explain at the end of this part of Time Crisis Project Titan. Now, story-wise, for the first Time Crisis I've gotten to mention, was really good. I'm not spoiling anything with story-wise for any of the Time Crisis games, because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys if you have not played them. This one was not bad. There were some quirky parts here and there, but it was not that bad. The gameplay mechanics, pretty good. I love the new shell-shaded graphics. It looks pretty cool. I love the locations. They were pretty cool. Cool thing in this game is you can actually, like, through different parts, you can, you know, shoot from one side of the screen, and you can go through, like, you can move from one part to another instead of, like, you know, staying there and shoot. That's only in certain parts. You still do, you know, the action, go up, down, up, down, up, down, but it's so much fun. And this game is a bit challenging, but it's quite fun. The only reasons why I couldn't finish Time Crisis Project Titan, and that is because of Stage 3's boss, because you have to kill like a tank or a forklift thing, and I just couldn't, you know, I couldn't understand how you kill it as a kid. You know, when you're a kid, you just want to, like, say, die, 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 shoot, 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 shoot. You just couldn't do that. And you have to plan it. I just didn't like doing that. But now, watching it again, and I think to myself, I could have done that. And unfortunately now, like these older games, you need like an old TV to play it. And all these some little things in there. I'll give this game like an 8. Same thing with Time Crisis. Not bad. They could have done some work on it. Right. Let's get the sequel done. Let's go. Time Crisis 2. I freaking love Time Crisis 2. This game here came out in 2002, and it came out in the arcades a few years earlier, but in like, you know, these dumbed down graphics because it came out in the arcades first, and then they re-res it and made it a little more better for the PS2. Now, I like to say something right now. I love this game so much, and I'm going to explain the reasons why. When I saw this in the arcades, I said to myself, I have to play this game. And then you realise there are 2 arcade cabinets, like together, and I thought to myself, that is incredible. And I think to myself, why is that? And then I realised it is co-op. This is the first game in the series that you can play co-op, which is insane. I love that so much. And me and my brother, we played that game so much. We played, what, 3-4 quid together, playing Time Crisis 2. We got through to the first stage, and we just never did the second stage. I don't know why, it's just weird. But here's the thing. Ever since then, I always want to go back in and play Time Crisis 2, but I just never did. And I always keep seeing it in like bowling places and just arcade places, but I just never gone and played it. I saw a big version of Time Crisis 2 back when I was a kid. However, when Time Crisis 2 got released on PS2, I was so excited for this game, and me and my brother played this game a lot. And when we had the G-Con 2, I think it is, with that blue gun, which I'll show you guys right now. The G-Con 2 was actually pretty cool, but I preferred the G-Con 45 because I actually love its bulkiness of that gun. Yeah, sure, the G-Con 2, you have a lot of like buttons you can use to fight, like to hold it to go up and down, but I just prefer the first, you know, G-Con 45. Now, Time Crisis 2 was its sequel. It wasn't like Time Crisis Project Titan, where that's its second game in the series and it's a sequel. No, it's not. This is a follow-up to the first Time Crisis. Time Crisis 2 was its newer thing, where you can play local co-op. The arcade game, you know, the whole arcade thing is so good. I enjoyed this game so much. When I finished it on PS2, I went back and played it again. Unlocked some more stuff here and there. I just love this game so much. The graphics on this game were just really good from when 2002 happened. It was incredible, and I love this game so much. Now, they've also added some extra stuff. They added ski shooting, the shooting test. They added some rescue missions, which was quite cool, but I don't really go into that much because it was a little bit hard. What else they added? Yeah, G-Con 2 and G-Con 45, they were the 2 guns they had. You can also, there's some new mods you can do, like shotguns, and I think there's like SMG. You've got double gun mode. You can do like system links. For the first time, you can get two PS2s, 2 copies of this game, and 2 arcade guns and 2 TVs. You're good to go. You can play the arcade. You can play the arcade experience at home. I just think this game was a perfect sequel for what Time Crisis 2 was. Like, I love this game so much, and my original, I don't know what happened to my original. I had to buy a second copy, what, 3-4 years ago? 3-4 years ago, I don't know what happened to that. But I actually enjoyed this game a lot and played it co-op. It was just so much fun and fantastic. And I'm going to give this game probably about a 9 to a 9.5. Yeah, sure, some parts in there didn't feel right. I love the new red indicators. They were so much fun, but it's still hard and challenging. I just love this game a lot, and I think you guys would enjoy this game if you have played this game. It was fun. I loved it a lot, and I recommend that game if you have not played Time Crisis 2. If you haven't, you should. Oh, the next game in the Time Crisis series means a lot to me, and in 2003. We had this little big game of a gem. Time Crisis 3. Now, this was my favourite game on the PS2, and also my favourite on-rail shooter game of all time. I freaking love this game so much. When I saw Time Crisis 3 in the arcades, it was just a blindside. I literally was like walking around, playing some games here and there, one day in an arcade, and when I was about to leave, I see Time Crisis 3, and I'm like myself, oh my god, I can't believe they made another game, and I had to play it, and I asked my dad to give me £1 to play it. It was like it's like a credit, and I was absolutely like blown away for what they did. And I was like, I can't believe they actually made Time Crisis 3, and they made something more badass than the sequel. So, why did this game, why is this game my favourite game in the on-rail shooters, and even my favourite game in the Time Crisis series? First of all, story was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, the story was ridiculously good. I just think, like, out of all the Time Crisis, this game here was awesome. The next thing I love about Time Crisis 3, and this was its new feature where you have now got, instead of the handgun, you got 3 more weapons to choose from. You have 4 weapons you can choose from in Time Crisis 3. You have a handgun, a submachine gun, a shotgun, and a grenade launcher. All those weapons does bits in this game. I love this game so much. Like, I love the fact that you need a machine gun for like people like need more health, you need to shoot for longer health, or you have a shotgun for like 1-shot kills, or a grenade to shoot down towers or shoot down stuff you need to do. I absolutely enjoyed this game so much. The stages were fantastic, the location was just on point. I love this game so much. And then the PS2 port here, they added a new thing called Rescue Mission where you play as Alicia Winston, which I actually gotta say this right now. I love that Rescue Mission so much. And I think, in my mind, she's the only female character to be played in a Time Crisis game, which is insane, and I just love it so much. It's just so cool, and I love the box art, it's pretty nice. And with Alicia's rescue missions, you can actually use a sniper rifle. And when I was using it with a gun con, I was like myself, oh my god, this looks pretty good. And, you know, I just really enjoy Time Crisis 3. And when I saw the trailer for Time Crisis 3 when I was a kid, I was like myself, oh my god, I love this so much. I actually reenact some of the trailer parts as a kid. I just really enjoyed it. But honestly, the co-op is still, the co-op is fun, it's smooth, it's slick, it's probably gonna say this right now, this is still my favourite Time Crisis game of all time. I said this so many times, but it was fan-freaking-tastic. I'm giving this game a 9.5, maybe a 9.7. This game was incredible. I can't say any more than that. It is brilliant. Right, the next Time Crisis game. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, what could be the next Time Crisis game? Could it be a number game? Could it be a spin-off? Or could it be something else? Well, we did have some phone games that I forgot to mention, like Time Crisis Second Strike or First Strike. I completely forgotten, and there was another Time Crisis game I have completely forgotten. I remember playing the Second Strike back when I had my iPod Touch. That was actually a lot of fun. Unfortunately, these 2 games are no longer available on the Apple Store, which is kind of heartbroken because I want to play them again because they look fantastic. Now, back into the Time Crisis series stuff. Now, the next Time Crisis game is actually a spin-off, which is kind of a surprise. And that is for Crisis Zone. Now, what do I think about Crisis Zone? I think it's good, but it did miss some stuff here and there that I gotta be honest, was a little bit disappointed. Now, first of all, Crisis Zone was set in London, which is actually kind of a cool thing because I like it because it has things like Garland, it has like a park, to shopping centres, to districts. It's pretty nice. And for once, you don't use a handgun. You actually use a machine gun. And throughout this entire game, you shoot bad guys, you shoot big overhead bosses, you kind of trying to save London with a nuke from a nuke being bombed off and all that. But here's the thing, it's not bad, but the one thing I do complain with Crisis Zone, the story could be a bit not great. 2, whenever you shoot on the screen, you have like a bright light, you know, every time you shoot it's like, it's so bright you can't even see what your shots are going through. And there's some things that I just didn't enjoy. And even like when you finish Crisis Zone, you get a second mission. It's the same thing with the first Time Crisis. Once you finish the first Time Crisis, you get a you can do the special mode. But this is like not great special mode. I tried it. I was like, I can't get used to it. What? You fly with a jetpack and you shoot these guys out? No chance. No bloody chance. But honestly, it's not bad. It's just not my cup of tea. And I played it once in the arcade, and that was a cool experience. But at the end of the day, this was a hit and miss game, and I'm gonna be honest, it's a 6. It's okay, but it did miss some marks. Right, let's continue with the next number game in the series, and that is Time Crisis 4. Now, Time Crisis 4 got released in the arcades, I believe, in 2006 or 7. But then it came to PS3 later on. Now, here's something to talk about. I didn't know there was a Time Crisis 4. When I went into a bowling alley one day and see Time Crisis 4, I was like myself, oh my god, I can't believe there's another Time Crisis game. And House of the Dead. And that's another thing I want to talk about with the series. I want to talk about House of the Dead in the future. However, when I saw Time Crisis 4 for the first time, and I was like myself, I've got to play this. And I did play it for like 10 minutes, but then after that, that was it. But then ever since then, I've always wanted to play Time Crisis 4, and I've always been looking for a disc version to play for the PS3, and just never did until, I think this year or last year, I finally found a copy for the PS3.
Just hold down the trigger and keep firing. Take down the anti-aircraft vehicle and follow that truck.
Now, let's talk about the PS3 port, because honestly, I like Time Crisis 4. Not many people do. I like there were some new things in this game that kept it fresh, like these new insect type of monsters, where you have to use specific weapons to to kill these guys or to kill these things. I like the new weapon. I like the new enemy variations. I like this new assistant called Rush, who helps you out for this entire half an hour of the game. I actually enjoyed this game. It was fun. The only thing I didn't enjoy about Time Crisis 4 was its story mode, where you play as Captain Rush and you trying to save the world again. It just was boring. I didn't like it. I played it for 45 minutes. I just couldn't get used to it. I didn't like the controls. Didn't like the way you move weirdly, move backwards, shoot weirdly. Because you need the GunCon 3, which is another thing that they have to do for HDTV, where you have to get a new gun. Now with this gun, you have sensors to go all around your TV, and unfortunately mine doesn't do that anymore, because mine's like a curved TV. Usually I had like a big TV, but I kind of degraded to get a curved TV. However, here's the thing to myself, I just didn't like Time Crisis 4 much from the rescue stuff. I did like the story. It was good, but honestly the arcade was fun for if you play it for a couple of times. Unfortunately, due to it, this game was a hit and miss, but I like Time Crisis 4, so I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10. It was good. It's just some stuff here and there I just didn't enjoy, but it's not bad nonetheless. And I actually recently played Time Crisis 4, I think 2-3 weeks ago at bowling, and I actually saw it. I was like, I have to play Time Crisis 4. And that's the first time I played Time Crisis in years. That's how long it's been. Because I don't see Time Crisis out anymore, which is insane. I see things like Deadstorm Pirates, or in the Aliens game, or Mario Kart, or ticket-based games. I just don't see those types of games anymore, which sucks. And speaking of games, let's get into the next one. Right, the next Time Crisis game in the series. The only thing about this is I'm going to keep this on the lowdown, because I want to talk about this game in the future. Don't know when in the future, but it'll be soon. And that is for Time Crisis Raising Storm. Now, I'm going to be honest, I like the compilation where you have 3 games. That was cool. I like that a lot. But honestly, despite from that, the main game, I'm going to be honest, is a little bit not great. I'm going to explain it in quick terms right now. Arcade mode, fantastic. Century mode, not great. Multiplayer was shite. The story mode was ridiculous. And some stuff here and there I just didn't enjoy. But the arcade mode was so much fun. And even the way you can actually play Time Crisis 4 Arcade and Deadstorm Pirates, which was pretty cool, but at the end of the day, it didn't really get my expertise up and high, and I just didn't like. It wasn't okay. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. But at the end of the day, you know, we just had another Time Crisis game that was like a cash grab. Like, oh, here's a Time Crisis game. There you go. You buy it, you sell it, you do what you need to do with it. And I had to buy 2 copies because I had to buy 2 copies of that game. My first disc didn't work, so I had to buy a second copy, which sucks. But at the end of the day, what can you do? After a okay Time Crisis Raging Storm, I thought that was it. After that game that came out in 2010, I thought myself, well, I think that's going to be it for Time Crisis. I don't think there's anything else coming out. And I honestly feel like the series-wise has always been great. There was some hit-and-miss titles here and there, and I thought that was it. So, yeah, I was disappointed with Raging Storm from time to time. However, in 2015, when I was looking at my Wikipedia, looking at some games I used to play, Time Crisis, I just want to see the game titles. And then I saw one game I didn't even know it was announced. And that was Time Crisis 5. In 2015, we actually had another name game in the series, which is very interesting because I didn't even know that. But I was like to myself, oh my god, when did this get announced? And then I had to look at see if there's any gameplay footage or anything like that. And I looked at it, I was like to myself, oh my god, that looks incredible. Now, the only thing about Time Crisis 5 is, I haven't played it. I haven't played it because, honestly, I don't see it anywhere. I want to play it. It's the only game that I want to play and want to try out and see for myself. Although I did look at some gameplay footage the other week, and I'm not spoiling anything. And that is a damn truth, because honestly, this game has a big thing and I am not spoiling it. If you guys have played it, you probably know what that big thing is. The one thing I really want to try out is this new double pedal system where you can, you know, press one pedal to another to go from cover that can go for different covers. Where Project Titan was, where you point on the right screen or your left screen, and you go from left to right. This one you can just click from pedal to pedal, which sounds like a really, really cool idea. They have some new things into this game. I like the art style to Time Crisis 5. Like, it looks pretty cool. The gameplay looks pretty cool. The voice acting looks kind of not that great. And yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Time Crisis 5 was announced, and I'm still surprised to it today. Although this does kick me in the teeth. I want to play this game so much on console. It is an arcade exclusive. So that literally means I cannot play it on a PlayStation 4 or any consoles in between. I did message Bandai and I didn't get nothing from them, which is disappointed, but what can you do? Unless they are going to do it, but they're going to be in maybe a VR or something in between like that. But at the end of the day, I want to play Time Crisis 5. It is my #1 game to play, and I want to finish that game off. Because this game, what I heard, it is 45 minutes to play and finish, where most of the other games were like half an hour. So that is something I'm actually really interested in playing off. And yeah, that is it for the Time Crisis series. I feel like I've been going on for a long time, and honestly, the Time Crisis series for me is always be something that I'm going to be talking to if I have kids in the future, talking about my favourite online shooter game in the future, which was Time Crisis 3, and talking about these games here and there to them. And I actually cannot wait to see what Time Crisis is going to bring to the future, which I'm really excited for that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please smack the like button for this. Thank you so much guys for watching my 800th video. Man, it was so much longer, but I loved it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. All of my social media links are in the description down below. Any comments, any feedbacks, you guys know what to do. Thank you so much guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. So there peeps, bye bye.